Okay, let's dive right into this explainer, because today we're looking at a piece of tech that is about to solve one of the most universally annoying problems in pretty much every single Indian household. If you're someone who absolutely loves apps that seamlessly fix those tiny, frustrating daily frictions, well, you're gonna want to stick around for this one.
I want you to picture this exact scenario for a second. You're sitting in your living room, you're finally relaxing, and you're watching a movie on full volume. You are completely, 100% immersed in the scene. And then, out of nowhere, the room gets loud. Maybe the front door bangs open, maybe a phone starts blaring, or maybe someone just strolls into the room trying to ask you a question.
Oh yaar, we have literally all been there, right? Every single time this happens, the hero is right in the middle of delivering that one crucial dialogue and your mom walks in. You instantly start scrambling for the remote or your phone, you're desperately trying to pause it, you're mashing the volume down button, you're apologizing, and by the time you actually get the audio sorted out, the moment is completely ruined. It's a frantic daily drill that we just kind of accept as normal. But what if your phone just automatically knew?
Well, the brilliant solution to that exact headache is an app called SoNex. You can basically think of it as an automated brain for your audio. Here's what it does. When someone starts talking to you, it automatically ducks the volume. When the room gets noisy with background sounds, it actively raises the volume so you can still hear your movie. When a phone call comes in, it mutes everything, and the second you hang up, the audio comes right back up. No remote required whatsoever.
And we are just talking about a neat little party trick for your phone's built-in speaker here. SoNex works seamlessly and simultaneously across all your paired devices. So we're talking about your phone speaker, your Bluetooth speaker, your Chromecast, and your Android TV. It is just one app acting as the master brain for the whole shebang. And it's actually built by the ambitious Indian development team at Patience AI, the exact same folks behind platforms like Barrister and Cracksam.
All right, let's move on to the geeky stuff for a minute, because this isn't just basic if this then that automation. This is actual, highly sophisticated machine learning running right there in your pocket. Because to make audio adjustments feel completely natural and unintrusive, the underlying technology has to be incredibly smart and incredibly fast.
To actually pull this off, SoNex uses two really powerful on-device models. First, it uses Silero VAD, which stands for Voice Activity Detection. And second, it utilizes YamNet, which is Google's renowned audio classification model. By combining these two, the app can instantly differentiate between a human speaking directly to you and just general background noise, like traffic outside or a pressure cooker whistling away in the kitchen. It literally knows the difference between a sound that means turn it down and a sound that means turn it up.
But the real secret sauce here? It's the speed. 30 milliseconds. That is exactly how fast this complex audio classification is happening. To put that into perspective, it means the app's reaction to someone speaking or a sudden loud noise is basically real time. Someone speaks a single word, and before they've even finished their sentence, SoNex has already reacted and ducked the volume.
Now you might be thinking, wow, that sounds incredibly intensive. What if I don't have the latest, most expensive flagship smartphone? Well, if you're worried about your older phone, don't be. The developers built in something called an energy heuristic fallback. In plain English, that's just a reliable, low-power backup system that guarantees the app smoothly controls your volume without draining your battery or overloading your processor, even if those heavier AI models just aren't available on your specific hardware. But here is where it goes from just being clever to absolute genius. The app literally learns the unique acoustics of your specific house over time through a server-side training loop. And to be clear, this happens only with your explicit consent. It takes note of your manual overrides, so if it ducks the volume and you say nope and turn it back up, it learns from that correction. It processes that data and pushes a personalized, over-the-air model straight back to your phone. It doesn't even need a traditional app update from the Play Store, it just silently gets smarter about what your living room sounds like compared to your bedroom.
And for those times you do actually want manual control without touching a remote, you can just use your voice. You can simply say, SoNex, lower volume, in either Hindi or English. Because it uses VOSC speech recognition, absolutely all of this voice processing happens entirely on your device. There is literally zero cloud call ever made to understand your voice commands.
Okay, I know exactly what you are thinking right now. An app that is constantly listening to the audio environment of your living room and your bedroom sounds incredibly creepy, right? In today's digital age, that is a completely fair and necessary concern. So let's address the elephant in the room head on.
To fix that creepy factor, Patience AI built in rock-solid design constraints right from day one. All processing is strictly on-device. The raw audio of your home never, ever leaves your phone. It is absolutely not streaming your private conversations to some server somewhere. Plus, the app is fully compliant with India's new DPDP Act of 2023 and Europe's incredibly strict GDPR standards. If you do want to help improve the app, there are explicit toggles to share only anonymized events, like speech was detected at 8 p.m. and the volume was ducked, and every single data purpose has its own separate toggle, all of which are turned completely off by default.
The ultimate reassurance you really need to take away from this explainer is this. SoNex is designed as a sophisticated sound and acoustic detector, not a wiretap. It listens to room acoustics, not your conversations. It cares about the presence and the type of sound waves to manage your speakers. It honestly couldn't care less about the content of what you or your family are actually saying.
So, knowing that it's highly secure, incredibly fast, and entirely on-device, how do you actually get this thing running in your house? Is it a total nightmare to configure? Actually, no.
Pairing it with a device like your Android TV is an absolute breeze. It happens entirely over your local Wi-Fi network using a really simple 4-digit code. There are absolutely no annoying account signups, there are no passwords to remember, and it definitely doesn't force you to create a user profile just to use the basic features. It's just incredibly straightforward.
Once it's paired, a brilliant little 3-step calibration wizard takes over. First, you record the silence floor so the app learns your room's absolute quiet baseline. Second, you play some media to set your standard volume baseline. And finally, you record media while someone is talking. You save it as a named profile for your living room or your bedroom, and after that quick 60-second process, you are done forever.
Now, this level of frictionless automation isn't just a cool party gimmick. It is going to be an absolute game changer for a very specific set of people who deal with daily audio chaos.
Whether you live in a bustling, multi-generational joint family where someone is literally always walking into the room talking, or if you have a serious home theater setup where you constantly juggle 3 different remotes, SoNex handles all the heavy lifting for you. It's also an incredible accessibility tool for hard-of-hearing individuals who need that automatic audio boost when the environment gets a bit noisy, ensuring they never miss a single moment of their favorite show.
So if you are tired of reaching for the remote 50 times a day, you can head over to sonex.patienceai.in to check it out. It's room-aware, it's genuinely privacy-first, and it's easily one of the more clever products we've seen built for the Android ecosystem recently. But I really have to leave you with this one question. Now that you know exactly how secure, fast, and intelligent this technology actually is, will you ever willingly touch your volume remote again?